Welcome to day 6 of Tohuwa Bohu meditation. I hope all of you are enjoying your meditation. Some of you might have been practicing in the morning as well. I'm enjoying it really, really thoroughly, and I'm getting a lot of downloads myself. Some of the situations that I have reconciled to it, but I've not been able to process it really properly. And so, but as I have been meditating with you guys since last 1 week almost, um, even during the daytime and even at night, evening, suddenly, a lot of disentanglement is happening. So, anybody wants to share anything very quickly? 1 minute. How has been your experience? Like today's day 6. Anything y'all experienced? Anything at all? Okay, so we'll keep it at the end. Maybe after today's, y'all might get a little bit more. So I just want to touch base on what we have already discussed about disentanglement or how to overcome the limiting belief we had. We have discussed, yes, Supraja, and ma'am, I'm free from all the anxious thoughts. Very good. It's one of the very good things we can do for anxiety. People shake hands or they keep shaking their foot, or some very, when you can really, they are very fidgety. And you can, if you look at the face, then you can really identify people do have, they are suffering from anxiety that's not in their control, right? So just for the sake of the benefit of some of you are very new, void meditation is the intentional practice of entering into a state of inner stillness, okay, beyond the five senses, beyond thoughts, emotions, and sensory input, okay. We are not going to suppress the thoughts, but we are going to observe, okay, the subconscious thoughts. We're going to be the observer of our own thoughts. Okay. That enables and that brings a lot of benefits. Overall health also, I would say, potentially improves. Okay. Now, today we are going to see from scriptural perspective. Okay. If you see Genesis chapter 1, verse 2, it says the earth was formless and void. Okay. What we are doing is Tohuwa Bohu meditation or void meditation. Okay. We are just disentangling everything, and going into the place of emptiness or nothingness or formless. Okay. Initially, before everything was created, okay, the earth was formless and void, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Okay, we can clearly sense the Spirit of God. We can hear the Lord speaking audible. I sense it, and we get the revelations as well. Okay, so the creation began out of the void. That's what Genesis chapter 1, verse 2 says. When we enter into this stillness, okay, we are going to create a blank canvas. Okay, we are the co-creators, right? Every day we are creating. The reality that we are in is what we have created through our, it all starts from here. Okay. So we are constantly created the situation we are in, where, so now we are going to enter into a place of nothingness where the canvas is blank. And then from that place, we are going to create new realities. Okay. And so, how do we recognize the patterns or renew the mind? Romans chapter 12, this is something that I have been emphasizing from day one. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world. Okay, don't be performing or constant performance or constant pressure, anxiety. from one action to the other one, or always anxious, always worried, as if all hell broke loose. Okay. But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay. So we are not going to go as the world does. We are going to be aware of what's going on in us. Okay. We are going to recognize the patterns of the world. What are the patterns of the world? How sometimes we might be reactive rather than being responding, okay, because of the thought patterns, because of the subconscious or the triggers that we have, or some fears that we have, or maybe the judgment we have about people or situations or about ourselves, okay. But in the stillness, okay, you get to clearly see what are those that are really oppressing, suppressing, depressing us, okay. So, and so the practice of stillness, okay, Psalm chapter 46, verse 10 says, be still and know that I am God. Okay. If we don't know, if we really can't stay still, our God might become what might become our God, our work, our spouse, our children, our career, finances, and whatever. Okay, everything of the world will become our God. But when we stay still, we really know who our God is. Okay, from that place we are called to operate. Okay, so stillness is not inactivity, but it is alignment. When we stop striving, when we stop performing, we discern the truth from noise. Okay. So this awareness of patterns, okay, leads to divine wisdom. Okay. What did Solomon ask for? He asked for wisdom, and everything else followed, right? So when we are going to enter into the void from the place of stillness, okay, we are allowing the divine wisdom to fill us, okay, and from there everything else is going to flow, okay. So how do we break the old man patterns? Okay, Ephesians chapter 4, 22 to 24 says, put off your old self, which is being corrupted by deceitful desires. Be made new in the attitude of your mind. Okay, so the old should go and the new should come. That's what we are saying. Constantly, we are disengaging, disentangling, going to the place where, from a place of void, from where God created everything. Okay, so I'm going to share how it correlates in science perspective. I will be sharing the text. You all are welcome to read that and ask any doubt you have. But for now, let's jump into, since we started a bit late, let's just start um, the meditation now. Okay, I don't want to keep you guys very late. So I'm going to put the timer. Every day we are learning different perspective. Okay, it's very important for us, and you really enjoy it. If people look at you, continuously, if you are able to continue this meditation for like at least 3 months or 2 months, 2.5 months, people who are looking at you like, hey, something different about you, that you look like really unshakable, you really look like that you got it all together. Okay, so that's the place you want to really go into. It's not about uh, you know um, solving all the problems in life. It's about, in the midst of chaos and confusion, how stable are we? How solid? What kind of foundation? The word is being fed to us, but are we able to ingest it? Okay. So it's a gross analogy, but it's like we are doing gut cleansing. Okay, if we don't do gut cleansing, whatever nutrient food you eat is not going to be fully absorbed the way it should be. Okay, so we are just detoxing it. Okay, and then so that the word can really nourish us, transform us, and yeah. So let's start. I'm putting 18 minutes, maybe. Let me make it 20. You all can take reverse breath, and then let's just do 20 minutes today. Okay, let's start.